Hello, everybody. Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. Hey, you know what is literally right around the corner? Damnation Festival. You know it, you love it. It's been going for a very long time, only a few years though in the BEC up in Manchester. And I'm going this year. I am heading up to Manchester from London for Damnation Festival and the pre-event, A Night of Salvation, that takes place on Friday, the 1st of November. Damnation itself takes place on Saturday, the 2nd of November. This will be my second Damnation overall. My first one was actually only a few years ago. The last one that took place in Leeds. I went to that one, had a thoroughly great time, and had all good intentions of carrying it on with the BEC in Manchester, but life and so forth comes along and stops it sometimes, particularly when you live in London and you got to do that traveling upwards. Trains aren't cheap, and the thought of having to drive all the way there fills me with a certain level of dread. Regardless, this year is happening. I mean, it's literally right around the corner. I'm about to go on leave from work, which is fabulous. It's the start of a lovely leave period for me, going to Damnation and seeing some seriously stellar bands. I love the lineup. I really, really do. Particularly when it comes to the Clash side of things as well, where realistically, I will get to see more than enough to keep me satisfied. Unrealistically, I should be able to try and see everything running from stage to stage to stage. As it's kind of like when you're only planning out your festivals, your bigger ones, your Bloodstocks, your Downs, and all that, and you have this image in your head of going to see this band. No, I'll stop seeing them after 20 minutes, and then I'll quickly move to this stage and all that. You don't put any plans for eating or drinking or chatting to people or just resting. That sometimes is how it can be, and it's certainly how sometimes looking at this Damnation lineup has been for me. I'm going to try and do it sensibly, though, to some degree. I'm going to basically walk you through what I think my Damnation lineup will look like. My Damnation Day and Night of Salvation Day as well. This is what it will look like using basically the app of my phones. In a moment, in fact, actually now, like you see it? Yes. So on the Damnation app, and now we're going to go to the Clashfinder, and starting with the Night of Salvation, we're going to go band by band, and I'm going to tell you what I'm choosing to see and why I'm choosing to see that particular band. So we start on the Friday, looks about starting at 4 o'clock, Night of Salvation, where the choices are Underdark and Norna. Truth be told, I don't really know who Norna are, but I am very familiar with Underdark. Not my first rodeo seeing this band. I absolutely love them. For me, it's the perfect way to start a festival off, so I am colouring that one. That's where I will start things off. Now, they finish at 4:30, and Insanity Alert start on Lose Bruise stage at 4:30. Thrashy cover songs, bit of fun and games, could be cool. But it's the first day. I've got Damnation a full day the next day. I am planning to try and take it a little bit easier at Salvation, because I really don't want to ruin my Damnation day by drinking too much and getting too tired and all of that. So I may not really worry too much about seeing Insanity Alert. If I can catch a little bit of it, that'd be fun. Otherwise, I'm going straight over to the Pelagic Records stage for Sugar Horse. Now, they are playing against Fen, and that is a tough clash personally. But of the two, it should be no secret if you know me, Sugar Horse on my jam. I'm seeing them. I am hopeful to catch a bit of Discharge. Particularly after seeing Sugar Horse and Underdark, I think a bit of Discharge could be really, really nice palate cleanser. So I'm going to mark them because I hope to see them. Then it's another clash time. It's Mourn and a Burial at Sea. This one I'm going to call on the day, I think. The reason being is I'm not sure what I really want to hear. Do I continue my kind of post sort of feel, the vibe I'm going for with the other bands and a lot of the festival as well? Burial at Sea is an option, of course, last minute replacement for Hippo Tractor. And I do like a Burial at Sea. Maybe not as much as some people and as some of the other bands on this bill, but I do like them a lot. But I really enjoyed Mourn last time I saw them play live at the Underworld this year. So I'm torn in this one. I'm going to tick them both. And we shall see what I decide on the day. But regardless, whoever I do see, I will likely leave early because I want to see Employed to Serve. They're doing Conquering in Full, which is their last album. I've not seen, I don't believe, at least I don't think I have, I don't think I've ever seen Employed to Serve live. So this is like a must-see for me. And while I'm not too hot on the whole album and full things, I kind of get that it's part of Damnation or A Night of Salvation. And I think this will be a fun one to do. It's a good album. It's a great album, in fact. So I am definitely going to check these out. Mizmor and A Swarm with the Sun. This is a no-brainer. It's A Swarm with the Sun. 100%. My God, the band and the album they released earlier this year, like, this is album of the year stuff. I can't wait to see this band live. It's kind of sticking in my wheelhouse as well. Well, it's more I'm not too familiar with. The Ocean. This is one in between where I may take a break. I may end up going to get some food, maybe a drink, maybe just have a chill out period of time. But if I can, I'll try and catch a bit of the Ocean. Let me hit Cult of Fire and LLNN. That's the one I'm more likely to see out of these two. I like this band. I've seen them live before. I think they'll sound particularly great here. And I expect to, although I am planning to kind of wrap up the night a bit earlier purely for Damnation, I am expecting to see a bit of Decapitated, particularly because, of course, original singer and all of that stuff. And I do like Decapitated, so it'll be intriguing to see kind of how this goes. Feels like it's going to be quite celebratory, and certainly depending upon the direction they're going in. So I've switched to Saturday now. I'm going to take a look at Saturday and Damnation itself. Now, this is where it's going to get really, really messy. Don't judge me on some of my choices. We start the day with Enforced or Pint. Now, I am torn in this one because I love both. I love both. And it really is, what do I fancy more? Do I want the avant-garde, dramatic, mellow, emotive stuff of Pint? Yeah, I do. I love that shit. Or do I want thrashy, headbangery, groovy nonsense of Enforced? I love that shit as well. I'm going to call this on the day. I may even confer with the wife and sort of see what she's vibing with, and if she's kind of vibing, whatever she's vibing with, I might go along with her. I suspect I'll end up seeing Pie. A.A. Williams, I'm not as big of a fan as others are. I may try and curious watch some of it, but I may also just head over to see High Parasite, who I'm quite intrigued by. I heard a lot about him, of course, intrigued to sort of see what's going on here, famously with Aaron Stainthorpe. So I'm definitely going to watch a bit of them, but I may not watch all of them because I reckon I will want to see Celeste. So I'll probably pop over to see that. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a gap. This might be a little bit of a break thing for me because Hexus and Resin, I'm not hot on either particularly. I don't know either that well, to be honest. So I may check a bit of either out or may not at all because I definitely want to see Gate Creeper. Fuck yeah, that is one of my most anticipated bands of that day. But I'm also probably going to have to leave them early because I really want to see 200 stab wins. I really, really do. I want to get messed up with that. Cannot wait. And I may end up leaving that a bit earlier as well because I also want to see a bit in the Obliviscarius. I'm going to say that. Weirdly, I don't think I've seen them live as much as I perhaps should have. It feels like they're always around and I just never really run into them. But after that, it's another toss-up one because Human Mouth and Hangman's Chair are playing against each other. And again, there's that whole, they are different. So it's going to be quite a choice. I'm currently leaning more to Hangman's Chair just because I've never seen them live. And I'm really excited to sort of see what it is. I'm going to take Hangman's Chair. But again, and this is the thing, it's what I'm talking about, where there's no gaps here. Something's got to give because I'm going to leave Hangman's Chair early because Nils, I have to see Nils. I mean, I think we're all going to see Nils, right? Get there early. I have a funny feeling this one is going to be packed. And Memoriam and Duel, I love both. I love Memoriam a lot as well, but this might be a break time. To tell a lie, actually, looking at it, you know what? I'm going to take Memoriam because after that we get Bleeding Through, and I know to do an album of 4. Can't remember which it is. And then after that, it's the Ruins of Beverest and Into Armor. Now, I am intrigued by Into Armor, but I think that little gap there might be where I take a serious break. Maybe go have dinner somewhere, go sit down, eat, and just take a breather because after that, it's pretty much straight to the end for me. Russian Circles, it's one of my most anticipated bands of the entire day, 100%. I am going to go then see Dragged in the Sunlight, and then I'm definitely going to watch a bit of Cradle, particularly as they're doing this old school kind of set thing. Yeah, it's a busy one. So if my plan, right, let's say, if my plan continues, so Friday, if I see a band as I've laid it out, I will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on A Night of Salvation. 8 bands. That seems unlikely. I'm not giving myself many breaks there at all. But hey, we shall see. And on Saturday, I'm suggesting I will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bands. So 20 bands over those 2 days. Ooh. I'll be happy if I see half that. I mean, I'll see more than half that. If I'm saying like I'm going to try and see 20, I'm definitely going to see more than 10. But if I saw 10 to 12 of these bands that I've listed here, that's a damn good couple of days at Damnation. I'm expecting to be fantastic. I've got no idea. I don't know what the BEC's like, although I've never been there. I've seen pictures and I know a lot of the major events take place there and all that kind of thing. So, effectively giant warehouse. But I'm hoping I'm hoping for a fantastic atmosphere. I'm hoping for just like a group of people who are really cool, a lot of people having fun. I'm hoping to reunite with people that I've met in the past, people I know, just people who I've met through the website and met at gigs and things like that, and just be able to say hello to people. I'm hoping that's one of the things I'm always most excited about these sort of events, and things like that. And hey, if you see us come all the way from London, say hello. It'll be an absolute pleasure. But that's my Damnation and a Night of Salvation plans. And there's also a top 10. I have that, not top, it's not top 10, but 10 bands that I think you must see at Damnation. Unsurprisingly, all the bands I've listed here will feature on that list, but that's a written article over the website. You've got that as well. And of course, post the festival, post the night, and post Damnation, we'll have a detailed review of the entire experience, probably in video format as well, but certainly in written on the website. But come on, man, got time in the comments. Who are you most looking forward to seeing at both nights, A Night of Salvation and Damnation? And of the ones I've listed, where am I going wrong, in your opinion? Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.